Hello, this is Prophet Deonta West of Deonta West Ministries, and there is a word from the Lord. In the book of Deuteronomy, we see so many promises that God has for his children. He promised that we will be the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. He told us that we will be lenders and not borrowers. He told us how he promised to bless us with lands and houses. And child of God, these promises are still for us today. But in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, he gave us something. And I want to read this to you. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord God shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Listen to this right here. And these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thou God. Oh my gosh, that is so profound, because even the father of our faith, Abraham, he knew that the blessed was in obedience when the Lord told him to depart. But God also gave him a promise. He says, Abraham, he says, I will bless you above all families of the earth. But he told Abraham, he said, Abraham, you must first leave your father's house and get to a place where I will bless you. Yes, Abraham didn't know where he was going. The only thing that he had was a sure word from the Lord. But because of Abram's obedience, God blessed him. See, there are some blessings that God has in store for you. Oh yes, your eyes have not seen, your ears have not heard of what God has in store for you. But child of God, is tied on to your obedience. You have procrastinated long enough. Oh yes, God has a land promise for you. And I'm not just talking about in heaven. I'm talking about heaven on earth. Oh yeah, milk and honey. Yes, God desires to bless you. He desires to prosper you. He desires for these blessings to overtake your family. But it's tied to your obedience. You have to be obedient to the voice of God. When he tells you to go, you have to go. When he tells you to be still, you have to be still. When he tells you to speak, you have to speak. Listen to the voice of God. I promise you, his voice, it will not lead you wrong, but it's going to lead you to the place that he has promised for you. Oh yes, your blessing is tied to your obedience. Obey God. Listen to the voice of God. Don't be led by the flesh. Don't be led by man, but be led by the Spirit of God.